Have you ever seen someone act so entitled, like the whole world should bow down to them, only to watch it all backfire? That's exactly what happened one ordinary morning at Starbucks. An FBI agent thought he could push around a young woman behind the counter. But what he didn't know was that her father was a Supreme Court judge. And when he found out, well, let's just say his arrogance cost him everything. My name's Emily. At the time this happened, I was 24, just working at Starbucks to pay my bills while I studied for grad school. It wasn't glamorous, but I didn't mind. I liked the smell of coffee in the mornings, the regular customers, and the feeling of earning my own way. That day started like any other. Alarm at 5:30, apron on by 6:15, espresso machines hissing by 6:30. The line was long, suits, students, tired parents with strollers. Nothing I hadn't seen 1,000 times. But then he walked in. Tall, broad-shouldered, expensive-looking coat, dark sunglasses, even though it was early morning. He moved like he owned the place, like the floor should part for him. When he reached the counter, he didn't even look at me. He just muttered, "Black coffee, large, and make it quick." I kept my smile polite. "Of course. That'll be $3.50. He pulled out his wallet, and instead of handing me cash or a card, he flashed a badge. "FBI," he said flatly. "You can comp it." I blinked. "I'm sorry?" "You heard me. FBI. Government business. Put it on the house." Now, I'd served plenty of cops before. Some were nice, some grumpy, but none had ever demanded free coffee because of their badge. I tried to keep my tone calm. "Sir, we don't do free drinks unless it's a promotion. I'll still need payment." He finally looked at me, cold, sharp eyes behind the glasses. "Do you know who I am?" I swallowed. "An FBI agent?" "That's right," he said, leaning closer. "And I don't pay for coffee." He wasn't just being rude. He was trying to scare me. "You know," he said casually, "I could make one phone call and have this whole place inspected, shut down for violations, whatever I want. Health code, taxes, you name it." My hands shook as I held the coffee cup. Customers in line shifted uncomfortably, pretending not to listen but definitely hearing every word. "Sir," I said softly, "please don't threaten me. I'm just doing my job." He smirked. "Then do it better." He snatched the coffee from my hand without paying and walked to a table like he owned the place. I wanted to cry. Not because of the coffee, but because this wasn't the first time someone in authority had tried to make me feel small. People saw the green apron and assumed I was beneath them. They thought I was just another barista who couldn't fight back. But they didn't know my story. My dad, Michael Harris, is one of the longest-serving judges on the Supreme Court. Growing up, I'd watched him dedicate his life to fairness and justice. He taught me never to abuse power, never to belittle anyone, no matter their role. And watching that FBI agent sneer at me, I could almost hear my dad's voice. "Arrogance always eats itself alive. Just wait." The agent wasn't done. When a co-worker, Sarah, went to clean his table, he snapped his fingers at her. "Get me another coffee." "And be quick about it." Sarah looked at me helplessly. I shook my head and said loudly enough for the nearby customers to hear, "Sir, if you'd like another drink, you'll need to place an order at the counter and pay for it." His face turned red. "Are you seriously giving me attitude right now? Do you know how easily I could ruin you?" I felt the weight of everyone's eyes on me. My stomach knotted. but I stood tall. "Sir, you cannot threaten staff here. If you continue, I'll have to ask you to leave." He slammed his hand on the table. "I'm FBI. I don't get asked to leave. I give the orders here." At that point, I excused myself to the back room, pulled out my phone, and called my dad. He picked up immediately. "Emily? You okay?" I took a shaky breath. "There's an FBI agent here. He's throwing his weight around, refusing to pay, threatening us silence." Then his calm, steady voice. "Stay calm. I'll handle it." I didn't know exactly what he meant, but the confidence in his tone settled me. Back out front, the agent was still making a scene, loudly bragging to a customer about federal privileges and how little coffee shops owe respect to authority. Then the front door opened. My father walked in. Now, you have to picture him. Silver hair, sharp suit, calm presence that fills the room without a single raised voice. Everyone fell quiet when he stepped inside. "Emily," he said warmly, giving me a quick nod before turning to the agent. The agent froze. His cocky smirk faltered. "Judge Harris?" My dad's eyebrow lifted slightly. "Agent Miller, isn't it?" I almost dropped the cup in my hand. They knew each other. "Yes, sir," the agent stammered. "What are you doing here?" "My daughter works here," my dad said simply, his voice calm but cutting. "And I hear you've been giving her trouble." The color drained from Agent Miller's face. I didn't realize she was your—" "That shouldn't matter," my dad interrupted firmly. "Every worker deserves respect, badge or no badge. Authority does not excuse arrogance." The entire cafe was silent, all eyes glued to them. "I'll pay for the coffee," the agent mumbled, fumbling for his wallet. My dad's gaze didn't waver. "Oh, you'll do more than that. You'll apologize to every staff member you disrespected." Loudly. Right now, Agent Miller swallowed hard, then turned to me and Sarah. His voice cracked. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that." After he left, tail tucked between his legs, my dad stayed behind. He hugged me and whispered, "I'm proud of you for standing tall." Later, I found out the story didn't end there. My dad filed a formal complaint with the Bureau. Apparently, Agent Miller already had a history of misconduct. This was the last straw. Within weeks, he was suspended. And the best part? Starbucks corporate heard about what happened. They called me directly, thanking me for how I handled it, and sent a letter praising the staff at our store. That day taught me something I'll never forget. Power doesn't come from a badge or a title. Real power comes from how you treat people when no one's watching. The FBI agent thought he could get away with bullying a barista. He thought he was untouchable. But in the end, he learned that arrogance has consequences. And me, I learned that standing tall, even when your knees are shaking, can change everything. Because respect isn't about who you are on paper. It's about who you are in the moment. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something from it. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, full of life lessons, drama, and emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep bringing you more inspiring and unforgettable stories. Stay tuned because more amazing stories are on the way.